Okay, so yeah, I was taking a look at this, and this is not done correctly at all. Um, it looks like what you've done is just select different faces and assign colors to those faces, and that is not going to work for this class moving forward because what we're going to do in a bit is use our own materials for this, and that I don't believe that works for it. It might, but anyways, it's kind of and also there's not really any painted textures. It's almost all just assigned colors, um, and yeah, there's no real painted textures on here at all. You've assigned an existing texture here to this surface, but everything else is just a solid color. You're also using multiple UV tiles, which is not how I've taught it. I think I mentioned this in the last module. Yeah. Moving forward, I haven't been teaching it as the multi-tile thing. You can look up some tutorials, or I can try and help you sort it out. But normally, I keep everything in the quadrant one tile and just keep each one as its own texture, just to keep things simple, just to not complicate it with multiple UV tiles because that involves a lot of careful organization and it's error prone. It's a valid way to work certainly, but it's just not how I've taught it in this class. So I've kept everything in the this quadrant one tile. But you need to know what you're doing, and I'm not sure that you do because you can't just selecting the faces and just assigning textures is problematic. Also, you really the assignment is to paint textures, and you really didn't paint any textures, like as in getting in there and making some areas lighter and some areas darker, and for example, painting on some lips or areas around the eye, maybe some eyebrows. That's actually painting a texture, whether it's in Photoshop or Mudbox, is the assignment. So, I mean, yes, you've assigned colors successfully, you've done the eyes successfully, but it's not really a proper way to work, and it's not a good way to work moving forward. So I think what you should do is either get all your UVs into one tile or properly learn to do the multi UV tile, um, and paint textures on those different tiles, whether using Mudbox or Photoshop. But yeah, just if you have any questions, let me know. I can help you work it out. But don't just start assigning, because it looks like what you've done is, if I take something like this, right mouse click, select objects with material. Yeah, you just sort of select those faces and then assign a material to that, and that is not a good way to work. Um, oh, that's the hair one. Um, select objects. Yeah. Also, it looks like you've overwritten your original Lambert, which you shouldn't do. You should leave the original Lambert as default and create new materials for the other surfaces. So yeah, I would kind of really redo this.